Ready? All right, let's do this. Yesterday, a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. The seasons, they go round and round. Let's talk about the seasons of life that we journey through in our careers and in our personal lives. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of What's Jonathan Thinking? Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well and having a great week in this midpoint week of February. Did everyone catch that we're in a leap year? Try not to book any new annual events starting on February 29th. You might be disappointed. As I mentioned in the introduction, I have been thinking a bit about seasons. In Joni Mitchell's iconic song, The Circle Game, she offers to us that the seasons go round and round. This phrase obviously has seeped into my mind as of late, and there's a reason for this. While I was having dinner with a client a few weeks back, we had some time to ourselves before another member of our party joined us. We found ourselves lamenting on the lack of time we both had to do the things we would love to focus on. Time to enrich ourselves, time to study new technology, time to be with our partners and with our kids. Our lives are so filled with busyness that it leaves little time for much else. My client turned to me and asked, "How do you do it? How do you have time to be a leader in your consulting practice, be in projects, lead a team, be there for my family and other things I do?" To be honest, I couldn't really answer this question in the moment, and for quite some time after he asked, I struggled to conjure up an answer. Finally, I settled on the answer, choices, maybe? Maybe it's choices. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like "when you're older" must appease him, and promises of someday make his dream. As I navigate my day, I feel like I'm constantly making choices, choosing to focus on what a member of my team needs of me. And by making that choice, I'm choosing not to focus on something else. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm making the right choice in the moment. It's just a choice, nonetheless. However, that didn't seem like a sufficient answer, choices, or the ability to make a choice. It seems to be a byproduct, a coping skill, if you will. I'm constantly making choices is not an answer to why I'm able to do the things I do. And as I was boarding my plane home, it suddenly hit me. Seasons. Seasons might be one of the answers. "16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels round the town. They tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, till you drag your feet to slow the circle down. And what I mean by that is the fact that my client is a bit younger than me. He's at a point in his life where his child is much younger than my two kids. So naturally, the choices he's having to make on a daily basis are just different than mine. I have a senior in high school, and my oldest is off building her business. My kids still need me, but what they need of me is not the same as what a 2-year-old needs. I remember one day having a conversation with my uncle where he suggested that there were periods of career growth that he saw through his life. For him, it was from 30 to 40, when his professional life took off. Which makes sense, since he didn't start his family until he was in his 40s. For me, I started my family in my 30s. Although I had wonderful career advancement in my 30s, I think the most advancement for me has been through this most recent decade that is actually about to come to a close in just a few short months. 40 to 50 for me was when things kicked into high gear. But I recognize now that those things were possible because of where I was in my life at the time. The choices I was able to make were different. When you have young kids, rightfully, that is where your attention needs to go. There should be no stigma to this. But the reality is that when you have that pull, you try to keep all the plates spinning at work, but your focus, the choices you're making, they're all about your family. And you should. You'll never get that time back with your kids. Naturally, it's fleeting. And because of this, some things will go to the wayside. But it's temporary. So the years spin by and now the boy is 20. Those dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. There'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams and plenty, before the last revolving year is through. As Joni Mitchell so eloquently wrote in 1966, the seasons, they go round and round. Once my kids got older, I was able to use time differently and make different choices. I had time to take classes. I had time to read books. I had time to do simple things, like think. The challenge in life is that reality that on any given day, we are still making choices. Realistically, those choices and decisions between work and family never stop. There's always a cost to what we do. Our life partners never stop needing us. Our children never stop needing us. Our teams never stop needing us. Our clients, hopefully, never stop needing us. And there's always something. Always some choice we're making. What changes are the choices we have available to us because of the season we're in. The problem about seasons is that they're backwards facing epiphanies. You can't recognize a season sometimes until you're beyond it. So the key is to enjoy the ride. And let me channel my inner Sankalp Shastri and try to impart that all you can do is move forward. It doesn't help to look back. It doesn't help to lament what was or wasn't. You are in this moment, and if you are lucky to be in a position like I am, you get to be here. And to my colleague out there who I had the pleasure of having dinner with, I'm grateful that in this season of my life, we both made the choice to have a meal together. Thank you for making me think. That's all I have for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Maddie, for joining us today. I'll see you next time on What's Jonathan Thinking? And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. Can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. And go round and round and round in the circle.